How are we doing, folks? It's Charlie here from Woody's Health and Fitness. I hope you're all having a great day so far and ready to set that core on fire. We're going to go for a full length session today, focusing on the abs and obliques to tone that stomach up and get it moving in different ways. Let's jump straight into it. We're going to start off by just gently moving our midsection here with some twists. One of my favorite movements here. So sitting cross-legged on the floor, keeping that back nice and straight, sat upright. We're just going to twist from side to side. Pausing for just a second and gently applying pressure to this knee here. Just bring us around a little bit further. This is going to gently activate those obliques with that twist here. Just open them up, get them moving. Let's do one more on each side. Fantastic. Let's go into some side bends next. So keeping the bum on the floor, we're dropping that elbow down, reaching up and over with the other side. And again, pausing for just a second. Stretch out the side of the body. Gently work the obliques. Those muscles have to contract to pull us up and over. It's a very gentle activation, not much pressure there. Great way to warm up those oblique muscles. And again, let's do one more on each side now. Getting that nice stretch down the side there. And last one up and over. Fantastic. We're going to go back into some twists now, but we're just going to kick it up a notch. So taking those legs straight out in front of us, feet together, we're going to sit upright. Taking those hands together, straight out in front of us, and do some seated spinal twist. So we're opening that chest up as we rotate round, keeping those legs against the floor. Again, it is just gently working those obliques. We're getting some beautiful stretches in here too. Pausing for just a second at the back of that movement there. Feel that stretch. Just really focus on just keeping sat upright all the way throughout it. There's some beautiful stretches in the hamstrings here. Let's do one more on each side. And last one now. Fantastic. We're going to keep those legs flat on the floor for this next one. We're going to do some folding leaf, which is going to gently work those abdominals. So keeping those legs together, we're going to come back onto the floor. Take those hands above the head, pause for just a second. Get rid of that momentum, big squeeze to bring it up and over. Reaching down as far as we can. Pausing for just a second to feel that stretch. Down, hands above the head, pushing them up. Get rid of that momentum. Big squeeze to bring it up. Nice and slow, controlled back down to keep that pressure on the core. We're going to do 5 of these to get things moving today. What we really want to focus on all the way throughout this is keeping those legs on the ground. So we're not lifting them up. Rocking on the bum, using them as a lever. I want to keep that pressure on the abs. Make them do the work. Last one now. Big squeeze all the way up and over. Fantastic. And we're just going to do one more little exercise just to warm everything up today. To take those feet as wide apart as feels comfortable for you. We're going to come down onto the floor. Big squeeze to bring those abs up, twisting at the top, opposite hand to opposite foot. Star sit-ups, a great way to work those abdominals. We're also getting that nice twist there as well. So there's a tiny amount of oblique work. Let's do 10 of these. That's number 4 now. Great work, guys. And again, with these, we want to keep those legs on the floor so we're working those abs. Pausing for just a second at the bottom to get rid of that momentum. Fantastic. We're past halfway now. That's number 7. We've got 3 more now. Beautiful work, guys. Last 2, last leg. That's number 9. And last one now. That's number 10. Fantastic. Let's have a quick rest. Shake those legs out. Get plenty of water down you. These next few movements, we're really going to focus on the control and using those abdominals in the proper way. It's a movement that maybe you haven't done before, and although it seems quite gentle, it really is going to get those abs shaking. Let's jump into it. We're going to come down onto the ground. We want feet hip width apart and tucked in as close to the bum as we can. Bring ourselves down onto the floor. We want to keep the hips and the lower back pressed into the ground all the way throughout this. We want to find the point, midpoint, around about here in the lower ribs. And we want to imagine a straight line from the top of the head all the way down to this point here. We're going to be hinging from this part here to do some upper abdominal crunches to work the upper abdominals. You're really going to feel that burn right here at the top of the stomach. Let's take the hands behind the head, keeping our elbows flared out as wide as we can. That means that we're really going to use those abs. We're not using any of the muscles in the front of the neck here. From here, we're going to lift our head and shoulder blades off the ground, tensing that stomach up. Nice and slow back down. It's a nice, slow, gentle movement, keeping it controlled, but it really is going to put that pressure on those abs. I'm feeling that already. We're going to do 10 of these to just work those upper abdominals. That's number 4. Keep it slow on the way down. I want to take about 3 to 4 seconds to come all the way down. And we do want to pause at the bottom to get rid of that momentum. All the way throughout, keep those elbows flared out. Remember to keep that straight line from the top of the head to the ribs here. Let's do 2 more now. And last one. There we go, feeling those abs. We're keeping it up at the top next, keeping that straight line. We're going to drop down to one side, keeping those elbows flared out with a nice twist here. This is going to keep that pressure on the abdominals whilst working those obliques. We're going to do 10 more of these. That's number 5. Fantastic. Just hollowing those abs out. And last one up and over. That's 10. Fantastic. Right, we're going to keep our back on the ground now. We're going to gently activate those lower abdominals now. So I want to bring the legs up into the air, knees at 90 degrees. I'm going to do some single leg toe taps. Just dropping one leg down, keeping that 90-degree bend in the knee. Big squeeze to bring it back up. All the way through, we want to keep those hips, the lower back, pressed into the floor. This is a great way to gently activate the lower abdominals. It's a great way to work your way up to leg raisers. So if you're finding those difficult, this is the perfect place to start. Let's do 1 more on each side. So last one now. I want to keep this movement going. We're going to keep those legs together now for some double leg toe taps. And really focus on keeping that lower back imprinted on the floor. We're going to do 10 more of these to work those lower abdominals. This is 1 step down from leg raisers. Just bringing the lever point forward by tucking those knees in. Really focus on keeping that 90-degree bend all the way through. We've got 4 more now. That's 7. Great work, guys. Keep it up. Definitely feeling that pressure right here. That's number 9. And last one now. That's number 10. We're going to combine 2 of those movements now. Single leg toe taps with upper abdominal crunches. So hands behind the head, elbows flared out. Big squeeze to bring it up. We're going to drop that foot down. Let's do 10 of these. We've got just 1 more little exercise to finish this first round off. You're doing great, guys. That's 5. Look at that, halfway through. Remember, keep that 90-degree bend in the knees. Keep those elbows flared out. And that nice straight line from the top of the head to the ribs. So we're working those abs. Let's do 1 more on each side. Beautiful. And last one now. Fantastic. Woo. I've got that stomach trembling then. Let's bring those feet back onto the floor. We're going to finish off with some heel taps. So raising the shoulders off the ground. I'm just going to drop our hand down, tapping the heels there. We're just going to do 10 of these to work those obliques to finish off this first round. That's number 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fantastic. Let's take a quick break here. You can do some twists like we did at the beginning, just to keep things moving. Make sure you get plenty of water down you. Fantastic. This next round, we're going to just take it back a little bit and work our way back up. And we're going to carry on just working those abs and obliques, get our stomach toned up. Let's jump into it, guys. I'm going to start off gently, just introduce those movements back in to this workout. I'm going to start off with some dead bug variant. So knees at 90 degrees, arms go straight up, keeping the back imprinted in the floor. I'm going to drop one leg, one arm down, just gently tapping hand and foot down. Big squeeze to bring it back up. Let's keep this slow, controlled. We're going to do 10 reps. This is just a gentle way to activate those abs after that little rest we had there. Fantastic. That's number 6. We've got 4 more now. We're really going to be hitting the lower abdominals hard in this next little round. And last one now. Fantastic. Let's start off by taking those legs straight up. We're going to take them out to the side, feet meet in the middle at the bottom, back up and round. We're going to keep those legs as straight as we can. If you do have tight hamstrings like me, you will notice a little bit of a bend in your knee, but that's fine. Straighter we are, the more pressure it's going to put on those abs. And we're going to do 10 of these. That's number 4. Try and keep those feet off the ground at the bottom. This really is going to put a lot of pressure on the core. We've got 4 more now, guys. Keep it up. Try and keep this pace, keeping it slow, to keep that tension in those ab muscles. This is also a great one to open up those hips and work on the mobility there. Last one now, let's bring it up. Fantastic. Keeping those legs together again. I'm going to drop the feet down to one side. So we've got that angle in the hip here. Bring it up and over to the other side, dropping them down. We don't want to bring them in too much. I'm not going to do wipers. Just side to side here. So we get that nice arc up and over. And again, we're going to do 10 of these. Here we go, that's number 7. Last 3 now, last big push. That's 9, and last one, up and over. That's 10. Let's carry on working those lower abdominals with some scissors next. One leg goes straight up, and we're going to switch those over. 10 of these, nice quick one to work those lower abs. There we go, that's number 6, just 4 left now. That's 9 and 10. We're going to finish off those lower abdominals today with some reverse crunches. So bringing those knees into 90 degrees, keeping the upper back pressed into the floor. That's what's going to make this really hard. I'm just going to bring those knees in. I'm going to keep that 90 degree bend in the knee all the way throughout. We're just going to do 6 of these to finish off this mini round. Keep those knees there and keep that angle in the hips. I want to be bending from this point here, right in the middle of the abs. Keeping it controlled on the way back down. Getting that nice curvature in the spine. Last one now, let's finish it off. Woo! Definitely felt that tension right here then. Again, let's have a quick rest and then we're going to go into our final round today to round off this 20-minute ab blast. You're doing great so far. And this last round is going to finish everything off and get that stomach burning. Let's get ready for it, guys. We're going to come to half boat pose. So knees tucked in, balancing on the bum here. We'll start off with some single leg extensions. This is going to be important for an exercise that we're going to finish off with today. So extending one leg, bringing the other leg in. Keeping it slow and controlled, and really getting that leg to full extension. Great work, guys. Keeping that back straight, and we're leaning back ever so slightly to put that pressure on the core. Let's do 4 more now. Good, good, good. Here we go into the last one. We're going to carry on that movement with some double leg extensions now. So keeping those feet together, taking those legs out, big squeeze to bring those knees back in. And again, keeping that back straight, and leaning back slightly. Keeping it stable with the core. Let's do 4 more. This is a great one to turn the legs up as well. Last one. Fantastic. Woo! Definitely felt that in the quads there as well. It's a really good one to turn up those thighs. Let's jump back into it. So we're going to develop that last movement now with some accordion. Legs out, arms up, big squeeze to bring everything back in. With these movements from half boat pose, these can really help improve core stability. It's a great way to just hollow out those abs. Get a nice 6-pack going. We're going to do 5 more now. Great work, everyone. Woo! That's it. Hold it there. Last 3 now. Last big push. And last 1. Quick rest. Just 10 seconds. Get some water down if you need it. And I'm going to move on to the most difficult exercise today, or at least in my opinion. Let me know down below if you disagree on what you thought was most difficult. But I find these a killer. Half boat pose again. Hands go to the temples, flaring those elbows out. Single leg extension. We're going to add that twist in there to make half boat bicycle crunches. Let's go. Keeping that back straight, leaning back. Just twisting from side to side. Great way to get those abs in there with that hold. Also work those obliques with this twist. Let's do 5 more now. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring those knees in and keep that twisting motion for some Russian twists. 10 of these. That's going to finish off our ab blast today. You've done great work so far, guys. Let's finish it off strong. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Definitely felt that work in the core there at the end. Let's finish off with some gentle stretches to stretch out the abs and obliques. So we'll start off this cool down stretch sesh as we started the entire session with some twists. We're going to hold that position at the back now just for a few seconds. Really stretch out those obliques. Just bring it back around the other way. Love a good twist. It's also really good for spinal mobility if you feel any lower back pain. That's fantastic. Let's go down into some side bends. Opening up the sides of the body. Again, holding that position now. Up and over. Fantastic. I'm going to bring it round onto our front. This one's a really good stretch for the abs. All of the front of the body. We're going to go into cobra pose. So keeping those hips pressed into the ground. Soft bending the elbow. Raising that chest and chin up. Just breathing through. And then let's take those knees out to the side. Dropping those hips back. Hands forward. Into child's pose. Really good one to stretch out the shoulders and the back. There we go. That's where we'll leave our killer core session for today. Great work, everyone who joined in. That was a quick ab blast to just tone that stomach up. We got nice and sweaty as well, so we'll burn some serious calories through that. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Let me know how you found it down below. And for daily workouts and more fitness content, don't forget to check out Woody's Health and Fitness on Instagram. I'll see you all over there. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Big well done to everyone who joined in, and a big thank you as well for sharing that session with me. Stay healthy.